which makes it more difficult, right? Because you're around people that are not gonna, they think they know you, but they never gonna know you, right?
That part.
Yeah, every time, yeah, cause you're always changing, right? You're always changing, so people find you very aloof. Right? People are like, why you act like that? You're like, I'm not acting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I can't trust them.
Can I have some insight on your insight on the four of diamonds?
Oh yeah, the four diamonds. That's one of my favorite cards. That is a super. The four diamonds is one of those cards. You sit down in Neptune, but you sit Neptune Venus, so you can have a very idealistic view on the world, right? It's like you can see the world through rose-colored glasses, and it's not necessarily beneficial for you, but your superpower is you have the King of Spades and Pluto. You have the God card in Pluto. So whenever you're out and about, you have a bird's eye view of stuff. That's Scorpio. So when you come around people having conversations and communications and stuff, especially in relationships, a lot of unresolved things come up. Right? It's a lot of unresolved things, because that's what Scorpio does. Scorpio intimate relationships, have to do that work. So pretty much anybody that you're in a relationship with is karmic, and you've done it before, and you're back here to do it again. So for you knowing it, but the other person, it can be very triggering, right? Because they could be sitting in the living room minding their business, watching TV, and you could walk past and they like, why are you judging me? You're like, I ain't even saying nothing. Right? You're like, I ain't say anything to you. Right? Yeah. They're like, why are you judging me? Because Pluto, Scorpio, is that intimate work that they're not doing, you're gonna trigger it. So your relationships, you gotta be brave to have a relationship. Are you Scorpio?
I am a Cancer.
Oh, you're Cancer. You're Cancer, so your planetary ruler is the Four of Hearts. So your life is about the home. Everything is about the home, the stability and the health of your home. Comes first for you. But there's a lot of changes in your home, a lot of shifts, and when they hit. It's like you have to take care of home. Anything water related, you gotta make sure that you can't have backed up sinks and stuff like that. You can't have your pipes that aren't functioning, because they're gonna cost you a lot of money, right?
Absolutely.
Because you sit in Neptune. But everything is about the home with you. But that Queen of Hearts that you have means you have karma with the Divine Feminine. So that Divine Feminine coming through the Queen of Hearts is a divine masculine energy. So that would say that your relationship with your mom may not have been the best, right?
Indeed.
Right. So that's something that you came here to work on, is to heal with that Four of Hearts is the moon. So your relationship with your mom and that healing is very important.
So I'm gonna follow up with this. Do you suggest, because my mom passed when I was 17, you suggest a lot of ancestral work?
No.
Or how do you, because that's something I still kind of trying to work around.
You don't have to,
without having that direct
because
line.
do you remember your relationship with your mom?
You know what? It was very strained once I got into those years when you start feeling yourself. And
So you were 17.
Yeah.
So at 17.
I'm a Libra moon.
So your mother totally. What was your mother's Wow.
She's 5/21, May 21st.
Wow. This totally says your mother passed at 17. Wow. So she was this Nine of Spades was a challenging karma card. So that year, a lot of stuff happened in your family, right? Yeah, y'all had a lot. There was
a book worth. A book's worth.
Yeah, but everything that karmically ended during that time was your mother sacrificed.
Mm.
She didn't have to, she didn't wanna be here anymore.
Mhm.
She was done.
Right.
Yeah, she was done.
Mhm.
She
She
wanted,
did it all by herself.
yeah, she did her part. The 9 of spades was sitting in your house, that would definitely be, wish fulfillment.
Mm.
So looking at 17, let me see where this is gonna show up for you at. So at 17,
Mm.
Yeah.
I felt it.
so,
I felt it, cause I had 2 younger sisters at the time. It was just 3 of us, and she was the only one taking care of us. On her deathbed, I told her, I got my sister. You know, you gotta worry about them, and I kinda just took on that mom role from there.
Yeah,
I felt it.
Mom's birthday was May 21st.
Mhm.
She was a jack of clubs. That's the crowning card.
Really?
wow.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
y'all
the
putting all
ace
these
of
pieces
crowns
together for me.
for-
I appreciate y'all.
And the ace of spades,
Well, I'm in the book.
Okay,
the ace of spades was in her house.
Mm.
And said the ace of spades, yeah, death and rebirth.
Mm.
I just had the life
Yeah, and the 9 of spades was her Neptune. So she did her work. She's an ancestor. She was a serious ancestor.
Oh, yeah. I
She
feel
is
it.
definitely, she had the ace of spades in her house. Yeah, there was a lot going on in your family at 17.
Mhm.
Ooh, child,
Yeah.
a lot going on, but I understand why you're asking that question, because
Mhm.
the 3 of diamonds was in Trans-Pluto, so there's some intimate work that you have to do.
Mhm.
There's some intimate work that you got, personal intimate work that you have to do to release some stuff, but your mom made a decision.
Yeah.
You know, she had it was tough.
Yep.
Your mother
Yep.
had it tough, and, she left her ancestor.
Mhm.
She went into ancestry.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, she had ace of spades as her Mercury card, that's, see, all her material desires and everything, so she left out of here good.
Mhm.
She left out of here, and the Queen of Hearts was her Jupiter, which is your mom. So she left you a lot of blessings. She did.
Indeed.
She left y'all with a lot of love,
It was. Yeah.
but it was the end of a cycle.
Mhm.
It was definitely an end of a cycle, for
Wow.
sure. And, so
Mm.
at 62 is when you're gonna revisit this.
Mm.
So at 62, and in between there too, there'll be, things that definitely will follow in that 3 of diamonds. I would say that for you would have had some connections with her probably, let me see. Your connections with her this last year.
Mm. Last year.
Last year, she would definitely been reaching out to you.
Mm.
Birthday time.
I see it. It's heavy. It's heavy. And then I ask for messages and signs, and it's been like hitting me real hard lately. Songs, synchronicities, numbers. I feel it and I see it. And then I got 4 children, so it's heavy in them too.
So this year, it would be during what season? Uranus did now. So yeah, during the Aquarius season.
I feel it. I know
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's a confirmation. Thank you.
Yeah, during the Aquarius season, she definitely reaching out.
Mm.
Yeah, and the ancestor card is, the ancestors have been talking to you.
And look at it, like just going by just. That's confirmation, man. Cause it's like, it's to the point where it's like, it's weird, like, and anybody saying what I'm picking up,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Year, you're gonna learn something this year for sure. You're gonna discover a lot this year, but there's definitely resources. I don't know where they're coming from, but you got some money coming.
I have a feeling too, and I seen my ancestors working, and I see how they working, like literally piece by puzzle, and I see it coming together. So that's right on point.
Yeah,
That's right on point.
You definitely got resources.
They working it out.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Your inheritance is on the way.
Amen. Confirmation. Thank you.
I've been diligent.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So, did you start anything new this year?
So, as a matter of fact, this Monday, February 6th, I just started a new job.
Yeah.
I just moved into my first dream home in September of 2022,
Mm-hmm.
which is crazy, coming from where I was coming from. 2020, everybody speaks about, and I don't wanna sound insensitive, but 2020 was probably my best year
Me too.
to date.
My best year.
Yep, to date. It just, how they worked, when she passed, I was 17, I didn't get any benefits right then, but, fast forward to 2020, I get a random letter in the mail where I was staying at about from Fidelity, which is a IRA and Roth house account, they hold those accounts. And they, said that she had, well, they found out about her passing, I guess, through however my ancestors worked. And they said, sorry for your loss from 2007. She passed away in 2007. Fast forward to 2020, get that letter. She had some, account. You know, and I see it. And she had an account, which we didn't know about. And it was like 6 figures sitting in that account, waiting for me and my sisters to claim. And, yeah, I'm about to.
I see it. I promise you, I see it.
Yeah, let them know that money is.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she, had her house that we had been renting out. I have aunts who were taking care of the bills and whatnot. They paid off the house, the mortgage, and, fast forward to 2020, we find a buyer. Same time I get this letter.
Oh, beautiful.
Got a 5-figure offer on the house that we was able to add to that money, so it's, I see them working.
I'm sorry, I see it, honey. She coming.
Whatever they want you to do.
My altars be so stacked.
I know that's right.
Be so
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm sorry, y'all.
This what you
no,
came
that's
for,
what
baby.
drive.
You
That's what
made
it drives.
Yeah, your mama did her
Yes.
work.
Yes.
You needed to hear this.
Harvest time.
This is it, I'm telling you, boy, this
Because those
is.
13 years that you didn't know, it was just gaining
And
all
it
that.
came at the right time, cause I was 17 when I lost her. What was I gonna do with all that money at 17?
Girl,
no,
no,
you
you
know.
know it, right.
Yeah, I'm 33 now, so.
And for a baby.
Yes, and take, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, she started, it definitely started, it started about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
About 6 years ago, yeah, for sure. She definitely got y'all. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I say when you have a parent on the other side, they're able to move
Oh,
mountains for you on this side. Move the earth and the mountains for you. So, yeah.
Yeah, she coming, boy. She, I tell you, this is so beautiful.
Yep.
It's my
Ooh.
baby.
It's gonna be in my book one day.
Yeah, hey, young man. Good, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm just taking in the vibe, that's all.
Happy for your birthday.
My birthday,
Okay.
it's, September 4th.
Ooh, that's Beyonce's day.
Mhm. Yes.
You were saying that too.
Hmm?
Wow.
Is that what it is? That's Beyonce's birthday?
I think it's like Beyonce, Michael Jackson.
No, Michael Jackson is 10 hearts. So you're 7 to diamond, so how you feel?
I feel good.
Yeah. And how old are you?
28.
No, how old are you?
28.
Oh, you in your Saturn return.
Mhm.
Ooh, child. You say you feel good, that's good. You're not getting dragged in your Saturn return. Well, you're at home, you're in Venus. So it's, oh, wow. Definitely, you gotta put yourself out there. There's definitely something that's coming for you. You definitely stepping into a new spiritual awakening, aren't you?
Indeed.
Yeah, you gotta go hard. You gotta step into it. It's definitely. But this is your year, the 7 of Hearts year. What was going on for you in 2014?
2014? What? What was it in 2014? That's crazy.
That was 9 years ago.
Yeah, that's a minute. I think I was in college. just learning. I'm just getting out of high school, so I'm just like learning the world. You know what I'm saying? Not really, cause it's college, so it's not really the real world yet. But yeah, I was in college and just exploring. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
coming, whatever you were doing, you're gonna learn this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is your 9-year cycle, so you're in the end of a 9-year cycle in your Saturn return, that's pretty deep. So Saturn is a social planet, right? Let me read to you what that means as it being, Saturn being a social planet. So your Saturn return, it's so crazy, cause I don't know why I've been writing about the Saturn return, right? Which is 28, 29, so Saturn, Saturn. So your Saturn period, you're 28, so that means you are in your, you just stepped into your Mars.
What does that
So
mean?
Mars is next 13 years of your life. Mars is about is about discovery. So, those 13 years in cardiology, it is based on, your drive and your passion. So looking at the next 13 years, going out into the world with Mars, and your Saturn returns, Saturn crystallizes. So Saturn is a social planet, so looking at your 28 years, this is a time where you're looking and discovering how to really work in relationships, because Saturn, out in the world with your Saturn return, you're gonna learn more about work, more about communication with people, and Mars is the passion and the drive, so Mars is about your assertiveness, your ambition, and you're using that with Saturn. So this is a very good year for you to really start planning things out, right?
Yeah.
To get ahead of it, especially for your generation. Because at 28 years old, your Saturn return starts at 28, you don't come out until 30. So you're going through that Saturn return now, and it's processing 29 years of things, you know? So it's definitely a time for you to really start, looking at how you process things and get ahead of stuff. Cause you're gonna hear a lot about, structures and going forward, you coming out, you were in your Venus years for 13 years, now you stepped into Mars. And Mars and Venus, they don't necessarily work that well together, because Mars is the ego. So all of this relationships and stuff that you've done over the last 13 years, now Mars will be looking at it differently. You'll be looking at relationships from a different viewpoint. We'll be stepping into Venus, is relating with people on a different level. Mars is gonna let you, now you're looking at it from a personal level. So relationships are gonna change for you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? It's gonna be a more of an I factor, a me factor in your relationships now. But you gotta be mindful of that, because Mars ego kills relationships. Right? So all of a sudden, you could be looking at people and it's not people, it's you. Right?
Yeah, true.
Cause you're ruled by Venus, Venus. And you have a very fortunate life. And you see Beyonce with all she's doing, so that means all 7 of diamonds can do whatever Beyonce's doing. So, you know, you was up
Come
here,
on, kid.
you was up here,
Yeah.
you was up here playing your drums the other night, you got so I
Oh,
haven't
you
been
was there?
practicing. Yes, I was.
Wow, look, I'm low key with it, I didn't even know.
It's
That's
like, I
funny.
haven't practiced in a long time, well, you better get your practice on. You don't know when you'll have that Beyonce moment, somebody be sitting in the audience and say, you know what, I need him,
Yeah.
Oh, cool kid.
Look, man.
right?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, that was so dope, any more
Yes,
questions before we close it out?
Does any of this have to do with being an empath in any kind of way?
What's the impact?
I guess where you pick up on other feelings or emotions of other people when you're near or around.
That's a very, that would be the 7 of clubs. That would be the 7 of clubs over there that picks up on everything in the room, right? It's like, I don't wanna know that about that person, right? 7 of clubs is like, they just gave me a message to give to you. I don't know if I wanna give it or not, right? That's a, 7 of clubs, that's Saturn Uranus, because you're sitting, it's like you're someplace and it's a social setting because it's Saturn, and you're sitting somewhere socializing with people, and all of a sudden there's an energy shift. So it's a change of perspective or something like that. And that's why you think it's empathic, but it's Uranus. It's like something changed in here because Uranus is going through the biology of it. So you can see a change, but you gotta take it and look inside. But I find with most people who have those abilities miss the download that's coming directly to them, right? Because that's your download, right? So as you process, because as I process the download, I don't say nothing. I lose all desire. Yeah, I just like, not my circus, not my monkey. Right? Right? It's like, I'm no longer interested.
I said that very phrase.
Yeah, I am no longer interested in the conversation. Once I processed it, because it's something it is something that's happening, but you don't know. You can feel a connection with somebody because if something could be transiting you at that time that makes that connection with that person, but until you process it, you don't know what it is. That's your download. And we miss it because she could move at a moment and you say, oh, it's for her. That's just an energy shift. It doesn't necessarily mean it's for her. But that energy shift inside of Uranus is the biology, just like he's making that over there. That's an energy shift. Everything
I'm trying to block it out too, but I'm with you.
but everything that Uranus is doing is a shift in the energy. So we may think it's one thing, but we haven't processed it long enough to know what it is. Because after you process it, then you, right? So, because it's first for you all the time.
Okay.
It's always, that download is always your download. It's specifically for you. But if something moves in this room, it could lead you. And that's why the world is upside down. Because we forget the spirit and then we going out to say, well, I want to talk to you. That's Mercury. Right? I want to communicate what I'm feeling. So I'm communicating it as something that's for you. So if you process it, 9 times out of 10, I'm like, I'm good, right? I'm good, right? Yes. Because depending on who you're talking to, people be like, I can't even receive that because it wasn't for them. Right? Your perception is that there's a disturbance. Uranus is a disturbance wherever, if I start picking up this phone and start doing this, it's disturbed the biology of the room. So we get distracted. So Uranus is like, nope, stay right there. Process it, because it's gonna get good, right? So, yeah, again, there's so much communication going on all the time. Well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Give you a round of applause. interesting things that are happening out there in the world of AI.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
what I
much.
asked. I said, I know you ain't coming to the house, so I ordered with.
I ain't thinking about getting.
So, this is my artwork.
You said that you just know like something on the other side. I've been feeling like I need to do more. You know what I'm saying?
Me, this is for example, this is mine. Oh, yeah, we have
You know, maybe
this
going out.
is my favorite, isn't she gorgeous?
I say those right. I have a picture of my mom right there too. So I'm doing that every month, but I know like I get the hospital.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm doing like her favorite things up there. It's like,
I mean, these are, this hers, but these are mine.
I was playing the music.
And you're cooking.
I was playing the video. That was me.
Look at the cake.
That ring, it was the ring that told me. I was like, yeah, you gave me a little lesson on it.
Your libation.
Because I remember I was like, it's like,
I've seen some people, they'll put it up, they'll run for a while, and then they eat it. And then other people, they'll come out and like,
I do both, as a matter of fact, 'cause I live in New York, so it's here, it makes sense to put it.
I
do like to, well, you know, first you're gonna say,
She got two months.
What I keep the best thing.
You proud of me, right?
But I do have some with me. I got pineapple flavor. Strawberry. You know what This is 16 outside. It's 16 outside. I got pineapple with
She ain't gonna be talking